country. Balkanize the country where, like in George Orwell's Animal Farm, there are other people who are more equal than others. And as a parliament, we must refuse to buy into the theory of the Deputy President, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Deputy President has taken himself and wants to be a tribal king of the Murima, ready to break the country, sow seeds of disunity for his own political gain. And this chamber, today, by the end of the day, we must have no Deputy President who wants to balkanize this country. Honorable Speaker, the office of the Deputy President is a high office as established under Article 130. The authority of his office must be exercised within the provisions of Article 10(2), which anchors the principle of national unity. As core, the holder of this office must exercise this article at the highest level ever. Honorable Speaker, as Deputy President, he must be beyond reproach. Like Caesar's wife, Honorable Speaker, like Caesar's wife, he must be above any form of suspicion, beyond reproach. But Honorable Speaker, the utterances and the actions of the Deputy President brings his reputation to disrepute because he has sown sort of disunity and he has taken a trajectory that is likely to bring balkanization of this country. For that, Honorable Speaker, we cannot continue to have a Deputy President who cannot uphold the oath of his office, and therefore Rigathi Gachagua must go. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the story of Pompey, the wife of Julius Caesar, you realize that although she had been accused of sacrilege, but the court acquitted her. But Julius Caesar actually divorced Pompey, not because of what she had been accused of, but because there was suspicion that he could have done something like that. And on that, only on that, Honorable Speaker, as a chamber, as a parliament, we have the authority and right to say this guy has brought himself to disrepute, he has gone below, and he has portrayed himself as a man who cannot be trusted with the position of a Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. And therefore, Rigathi Gachagua must go. Honorable Speaker, Article 131(2), C and D gives the President and his deputy the responsibility to promote and ensure the unity of the nation and promote respect for the diversity of the people and communities. Honorable Speaker, the Deputy President has presided over the politics of exclusion and has championed the rise and resource allocation to only one region of this country. Has the Deputy President exhibited the values of national unity and diversity? No, Honorable Speaker, he has not. He does not embrace that value, a key value of the Constitution, and therefore this Deputy President must remain impeached because for him the vocabulary of diversity and unity does not exist in his vocabulary. On that premise, Honorable Speaker, the Deputy President, Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua, must go by end of today. Honorable Speaker, Article 4, 5, and 6 of the Constitution, read together with the third paragraph of the Constitution of Kenya, reinforces the fact that Kenya is one united, indivisible state. In the same breath, Honorable Speaker, the Constitution establishes the structures of counties as units of sharing resources. However, the Deputy President has established an unlawful and constitutional structure of the country as a structure of sharing national resources, where we have now a new structure of shareholders and non-shareholders. Honorable Speaker, that is sacrilege. We cannot establish another structure of resource allocation apart from the one provided in the Constitution. But now we have a new structure where those who are shareholders in the country get more resources and those that are not shareholders don't get resources. For that new structure that he's trying to establish in this country, the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, must go. Honorable Speaker, There was a time in this country, Honorable Speaker, if you allow me to say this, and I will ask you to add me a few minutes more to say this, that there was a time in this country when the Deputy Chief Justice, the Honorable Nancy Baraza, was bundled out of office because of impropriety, because of an issue that Kenyans thought was not proper. Nancy Baraza, just pinching the nose of someone. And she was bundled out of office, the high office of the Deputy Chief Justice of this country. That's what happened, Honorable Speaker. Just pinching a nose. And she was bundled out of office. But here we have a deputy president who has committed sacrilege, trying to balkanize this country. A deputy president who has called people names. A deputy president who has called a member of parliament a prostitute. A deputy president who has amassed wealth that cannot be accounted for. For that, Honorable Speaker, just like Nancy Baraza was bundled out of office, the deputy president must also be bundled out of office because of that impropriety. Honorable Speaker, we saw the mover has ably demonstrated to us how he took on a judge. But Honorable Speaker, it is not just a judge, it is a female judge, Honorable Speaker. Probably he attacked this judge because she was a woman, a lady judge. Where is the place of women judges or women in this country if we have a deputy president who has no respect for other female or lady leaders in this country? Honorable Speaker, for the abuse on a woman judge, a lady judge, the deputy president must go. Honorable Speaker, I know my time is running out, but I want to say this in closing. Honorable Speaker, I want to say this. When you ever face an impeachment motion, Honorable Speaker, you'd rather have a rich dead brother who you can shield yourself with. We saw what the deputy president tried to do yesterday. But I want to tell him that Kenyans are clever and they read through what he wanted to do yesterday. And they will not buy it. It does not sell. It won't be bought. We know who he is. We know.
Give him 1 minute. Finish up. Finish up.
He's my friend. Yes, Honorable Speaker. We know what he tried to do yesterday, but we can't buy it, Honorable Speaker, and therefore, Rigathi Gachagua must stand impeached at the end of the day. Honorable Speaker, we are in this boat together. We have one character in this boat called Kenya who is trying to rock it from within. He's trying to break this country. In that event, Honorable Speaker, we have a duty, if we're in that boat, to remove this one person from this boat and toss him into the high seas so that everybody is safe. And that is the duty that we must do today. And I want to convince even those that still have doubts of whether this guy should continue. I want to convince them we are safer as Kenya without Rigathi Gachagua as deputy president of this country. We are safer as a country. The northeastern region is safer. The coast is safer. The Nyanza is safer. And all parts of Kenya are safer. Honorable Speaker, and Kenya is safer without Rigathi Gachagua as deputy president. Mr. Speaker, we do not want Rigathi Gachagua to resign. We want this house, which he has called the House Theatre of Absurd, Honorable Speaker, to impeach him so that he knows that he needs to respect institutions also. Lack of respect of institutions, Honorable Speaker, is sacrilegious for the person of the stature of a deputy president. For that, Honorable Speaker, for not respecting this parliament and the Senate must impeach one Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua tonight, and we send him home so that he knows his place in this country. For those many remarks, I second, Honorable Speaker, and ask other members to support this question. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order, honorable members on their feet, take your seats. Members on their feet, take your seats. Order, members on their feet. Ruth Odinga, take your seats.